Bit light. Pull up when I'm bit light. I pull up when I'm lying. Pull up when I hate a lie. Tell me who's the man now. Pull up when I'm bit light. I pull up when I'm lying.
It's sad that this community is going through this, and at a time when we was trying to focus on making our community better,
because it's been on a downslope for a while.
For a while.
It's being worse and worse.
And it's sad to say that this thing that happened at Zombiecon is actually gonna help bring more eyes to the problem that we have here.
But things got to hit rock bottom before they change.
It has to. It totally has to. And something that pissed me off a couple of weeks ago, I was watching Sheriff Scott have a meeting with community leaders that I never even heard of, that probably not even in the community. And the main thing that Sheriff Scott said that he's going to do to change things is have celebrity basketball games in the hood.
Yeah, they had one at Dunbar.
What the fuck is a celebrity basketball game going to do to stop violence, bro? Because the people that's doing the violence is going to be sitting at home smoking weed thinking of their next lick. They don't give a fuck about a basketball game.
Yeah. They just had one too. I don't know what.
Now I understand that the cops want to get in touch with the community. They want to they want the community to know who they are, so they want to play basketball.
No, but I think for a way the cops to get in touch with the community is to actually go out to the community and speak to the people.
Speak to the people, exactly. Yeah, like when I was younger, we had the DARE programs where the cops came to the schools and taught you things.
I was wondering what happened to that.
And you knew every time the officer came to school, you knew exactly who the officer was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you built that community trust because you knew that officer.
Do they still do that shit?
I don't know. I haven't heard of it. Every time the officer came to the school, you spoke to him. You had an ongoing relationship with him. And if you had a problem or if you saw something that you wanted to say something about, you could tell that officer. Y'all had that relationship. They don't do that shit. They want to play basketball games now. You know what I'm saying? And my belief is that the way we're going to change the violence in our neighborhoods is through education.
What do you mean education?
And the reason I say that is because you go in these communities and you educate these kids, help them get jobs, help them to know what to do after high school. If you're not going to go to college, help them, put them in what do you call it, a work study program?
Yeah.
Put them in something like that. When I was in school, we had OJT. I don't even know if they still have that.
When I was in school, they had OJT.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids are getting out of high school, and that's it. Some of them not even graduating high school. They just getting pushed along. They're getting certificates of completion, right?
Yeah.
And
I
know
that's not a GED. That's something below that, right?
That's something I think Bush started. The no child left behind. Yeah. Where it's just like, all right, just get the fuck out of school. Here you go, bro. Here's your little certificate. Get the fuck out. So what's happening is those kids that are not getting their motherfucking diplomas, or the kids that are not moving on to college, they're staying in the hoods. They're staying in our communities, and they're becoming nuisances. The kids that actually have an education that want to change things in this community, they're leaving South Florida.
Yeah. And
we're left with the shit.
With the bottom of the bottom, yeah. And
what do you expect to happen? Crime.
That's true. You
know what I'm saying? We're left with motherfuckers that don't have no hope but to run the streets.
Something I was talking with somebody, with an OG from out here was she's one of my OGs, but what she was saying about the community here is that a lot of kids don't have no guidance. Like there's not a lot of OGs out here, talking to these kids and letting them know what's what and what, which way to go.
Because they're leaving. A lot of them are leaving. They're going to Atlanta. They're going to Miami, Orlando, Tampa, and they're helping build those communities, but they're forgetting about right here.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but can you blame them? On the other hand?
I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. But how are we going to stop that? You got to go back to the seed. Go back to these kids in school and instill in them giving back to your community. Okay, you're going away to college. Come back to your community and give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I left for 7 years. Went to Orlando and I gave back to Orlando a lot. And I realized, hold up, I need to come back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people are leaving and they're not coming back.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like when I go to bigger cities and I see, that's one of the reasons why I started this shit. Like I go to bigger cities and I see all the opportunities, all the culture, all the music scene, the art scene, the creativity scene. And I'm like, why don't we have that? So a lot of that culture is either started or pushed by people that's not even from that city.
people that came from other cities and that are giving back to that city.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like when people, like you said, when people leave, they gotta get what they learn, get all the game that they know, and then bring it back
and bring it right back. That's why, that's why I love people like Ernest Graham. Like that's my dog. Freaking Edrin James. They come back, and give back to the community. Like Dion, where the hell are you at? Like how many? No disrespect to Dion.
I didn't know Dion was from Fort Myers.
Exactly. No disrespect to Dion, but I mean, like he left and like he's giving back to like Dallas and all these other communities. Yeah, he probably put some money back in his community, but you know how much of an impact he would make by being here in this community and kids actually get to learn game from him.
I don't know. I think a lot of kids growing up nowadays don't know Dion's from out here. But I had trouble finding nowadays, out. So I can only imagine like the high school
nowadays
kids.
It's too late because it's been so long since he's been here, you know what I'm saying? But imagine if he stayed here in this community, like came back and gave back to this community. How many kids would actually take the right path because Dion said so? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Come back to your community and give back to this community, man. Because the community gave to you. Give back.
That is true.
You got to come back and plant them seeds. If you